The Enoree Passage of the Palmetto Trail is 36.88, nearly 37 miles, and it is divided up onto 3 different maps if you go to the palmettoconservation.org website. Here are some tips for doing the first section. This is map 1. This covers the first 15 miles of the passage. We're going to do it backwards from mile 15 to mile 1. More information and GPS coordinates and addresses are in the description below the video. Here's the parking lot at Brickhouse. There is a day use fee required of $3 per vehicle. Anyway, if you're going down in numbers on the trail, this is where you're going to go, down here. Follow the signs. If you're going up in numbers, you're going to go back over there on the other side of that tree right there. You can barely see it going through the woods right here. But that's the trail right there. Bad news, the restroom's closed until further notice. But there is one here, so might be working when you come. We are going over here and the numbers are going down. There's the parking lot over there. And here's the trail going into the woods here. There's a trail going this way. It's a blue trail. And then there's the Palmetto Trail that goes this way. This is just right off of the parking lot. Very well marked. Shouldn't be a problem. Look at here, we're right around 15, and there are restrooms and a picnic table right there. And here's the trail right here. '76. And then look, it's a nice little bridge. Okay, this is a muddy area right here. Okay. It's not too bad, it's kind of dry today. Okay, we just came out at this. It looks like we cross. We're not sure, there's no Palmetto Trail signs to be seen. But this is a possible campsite. There's some sandy flat spots. So we crossed the creek. We're gonna go down this trail. Hope we see some signs. Hope we see ourselves on Avenza Maps, because right there at that creek crossing there are no Palmetto Trail signs. We saw no blazes whatsoever to let you know which direction to go. Okay, this is super deep sand right here. You would not be able to ride a bike through this very well, I don't think. And we found a sign. It's got the yellow and the blue trail, so we're still on Palmetto Trail. It's still really deep sand. That would be really hard to bike through. Well, the sand went away as soon as we started going up the hill.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, we'll be happy to do a
hill to get out of the sand. And there are trail markers, signs. The only place we didn't really see one was at that water crossing. And it continues on up. A nice little bridge over no water. It's totally dry down there. This is a bit of a hill if you're on a bike. Right here's the pretty steep part. Kind of continues around this hill. Oh yeah, still steep. Most of the ground is nice. So far, it's not too torn up by horses. Most of it's pretty pine needle covered and packed clay. Pretty nice so far.
Right around mile 10, there's a little trail that goes off the main trail that goes to what looks like a stealth campsite. Here is a bridge that goes to the Buncombe Horse Trail. It goes up about a mile to Cromer Road. But this is our trail headed off to the right, going up the hill. So here we go.
Nice and easy to cross. The mosquitoes and biting flies are a lot better in this section. Between 10 and 0, the beginning of the Enoree Passage. I haven't seen as many ticks either, but the trail is wide through this part, so I'm sure that helps a lot. Over here, there's a little road right here. It just goes across and back down into the woods. The trail's changed. As you get further away from Brickhouse, this is around mile 6, it narrows down and it's not as well traveled. I guess you get a little farther away from where all the horses are. This is what it looks like. It's still well marked and easy to follow. Okay, we're coming out on Page's Branch Road again. And we're going to follow it down here. It's kind of a steep drop off on the sides, so it might be a little hard to park on the road. But again, there may be a spot down here further you can park and access the trail from the road. I think you go about a couple hundred yards down this road, Page's Branch, and here's the sign to go back into the woods. Now we got back on the trail at mile 6, headed toward mile 5. It's a little bit more well used and wider and hillier again. woodpecker. Okay, this is FS 361. Where you come out of the woods. I think it's also called Bond Road. It looks like maybe on the map. But anyway, there is parking right here. Nice flat area beside the road. And it just goes right across here. This is at mile 5. That's a big tree. I think we're gonna have to go up and over this way. Let's go up here, guys. Yeah, let's go up this way. We made it. Okay, this is really steep. You can never tell on videos, but pine needles smell so good through here. Trail does narrow down some. Isn't it pretty? There's evidence of a lot of flooding right here. So this is a low spot right by near that bridge, but it looks like everything flooded here pretty recently. So this could be a problem after a lot of rain. There's another bridge right here. It goes up out of that little floodplain. It's not very far between these two bridges, but it just looks like that low area frequently floods. Oh, a horse has been up here on this bridge. Okay, here's a parking place right here. Coming out across Shannon Road, or I guess we go down Shannon Road a little ways. There's the sign right there. Here's where the trail goes back in off of Shannon. We came from down there. It goes back in here, and there's more parking right here. So this is really easy. Really dense forest right here. Look how pretty this is. A little meadow with flowers. And lots of dragonflies. Look at them all. Just flying around. We're out on what looks like an old road now. An old road that hasn't really been used much recently. Okay, down here, that goes to Jalapa Road, but the trail turns and goes along Jalapa Road. Here it is right here. The blaze. Now there's a big speed bump there. Up, over. Good boy. Here's Jalapa Road. We're following right along beside it. Coming out on Jalapa Road. And we're going down here along the edge. Ooh, that breeze feels good. Here we are, going back in off of Jalapa Road. Here's Avenza. It took us off earlier and sent us this way. Now it was clearly marked as the Palmetto Trail, but you don't go down to this road here like it shows. I don't know if there's been rerouted, but it's still kind of taking us along here. Okay, we're seeing yellow signs like this, but on Avenza Map, we still are not on the trail. So we're hoping that the trail has been rerouted or doesn't follow Avenza Maps exactly, and that this will eventually go back to our car. We're up high. Okay, we've seen a bunch of yellow signs, but we finally saw a Palmetto Trail sign about a mile in on this trail. So that makes us very happy. Okay, we're still off on Avenza Maps. We're at mile 1, kind of following along this David Branch Road. Getting ready to go over the little creek. And it kind of snakes around. It's not straight like the road would have been, so I think it might add a little bit of mileage to it. That's kind of cool. And there's another one right there. Okay, now we're coming out, crossing David Branch. This is the road that looked like we were supposed to follow all along, which is nicer being in the woods than out here, but it's not too bad. It's kind of shady. This would have been straighter and more direct. Right at this turn, it goes back into the woods off of David Branch Road. This is SS 378. And we go straight across the road. This is past mile 1. Here's the trail head. Beginning of the Enoree Passage right here. And here's the parking lot.
For more information on this passage, go to palmettoconservation.org. Hopefully, they will have a new Avenza map up by now. More info, addresses, and GPS coordinates are in the description below. And for tips to the Enoree Passage sections 2 and 3, check out my channel.